Hello viewers, I'm Taran Kumar Goonwal, Assistant Professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. The following video is prepared as per the syllabus and course outline of Maharshi Dayanand University. However, there are mostly general topics which cover the working and theoretical aspects of civil engineering. For best understanding and conceptualizing clearly, please do not skip the video and watch till end. At the end of each topic and each section, we will be discussing about the related important questions, feasibility and application. Let's start the video. Hello student, hello everyone. Welcome back. In this session, we'll continue with the subject material testing and evaluation, which is in fourth semester of Maharishi Dayanand University. And the topic of discussion today would be the properties and tests of hardened concrete. As you can see on the screen, these are the specimen of hardened concrete. And here we go. So what we will learn in this session. So first is about properties of hardened concrete. जो भी उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज होती हैं कंक्रीट की, इसके अलावा फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग कंक्रीट स्ट्रेंथ, कंक्रीट की स्ट्रेंथ पे कौन कौन से फैक्टर्स डालते हैं उसके बारे में हम जानेंगे. कंक्रीटिंग इन डिफरेंट एनवायरनमेंट, अलग अलग क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस पे कंक्रीट पोर करना, ड्यूरेबिलिटी ऑफ कंक्रीट, the ability of concrete to withstand environmental factors and exhibit a prolonged life, and testing of hardened concrete. And we'll study about non-destructive tests known as NDTs and destructive tests also. Setting and hardening. We'll first define what is dormant period. It is the time from mixing cement with water which produce plastic workable paste. The paste remains virtually unchanged. तो डोर्मेंट पीरियड एक सीमेंट का होता है जब हम सीमेंट और पानी को जस्ट ऐड करते हैं जिससे कि एक सुपर प्लास्टिक वर्केबल पेस्ट बनता है, वो उसका डोर्मेंट पीरियड कहलाता है. नेक्स्ट इज इनिशियल सेट. द पेस्ट बिगिंस टू स्टिफन टू सच अ डिग्री दैट इट बिकम्स अनवर्केबल. तो जो इनिशियल सेट का मतलब होता है कि वो वर्केबिलिटी अपनी लूज कर देता है और स्टिफनिंग जस्ट अटेन की होती है. And initial setting time, it is the time required to the paste to reach the stage, and this we have discussed in the previous lectures. Final set. The paste continues to stiffen until a stage is reached when it may be regarded as a rigid solid, as undergone complete solidification. धीरे-धीरे जब कंक्रीट अपनी प्लास्टिसिटी पूरी तरीके से लूज कर देता है और वो हार्डन हो जाता है तो वो उसका फाइनल सेट कहलाता है. फाइनल सेटिंग टाइम, इट इज द टाइम रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द पेस्ट टू रीच द फाइनल सेट स्टेज. Hardening, it is the process with time the concrete paste continues to harden and gain strength. तो जैसे जैसे वक्त के साथ कंक्रीट हार्डन होता जाता है वैसे ही वो स्ट्रेंथ भी अटेन करता जाता है. It is a schematic description of setting and hardening of cement paste. The first step is addition of water in our cement paste. It forms a workable paste. And initial setting time ranges from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And this is known as dormant period. When the paste just loses its plasticity and it is no more workable, then it is said to have attained an initial set, and this stage is attained in 30 to 45 minutes, which we have just discussed. From initial set, as the time passes, we get stiff and more unworkable paste, and which leads to the setting of cement. And this unworkable paste finally sets, and which takes a time of about 600 minutes or 10 hours, and it is said to be final set. And after final setting, concrete undergoes hardening with passing time, and it keeps on becoming rigid solid and gains strength with time. So this was a summary of what we have discussed now. Now, coming to the properties of on the screen, there are 5 different properties. We'll study about each one in detail. So first is strength, then comes deformation under load, then durability, then permeability, and then shrinkage. So first property is strength. Strength of concrete is defined as maximum stress that strength वो प्रॉपर्टी है जिससे ये पता चलता है कि हमारा कंक्रीट कितना ज्यादा स्ट्रेस रेजिस्ट कर पाएगा या कितना ज्यादा लोड उठा पाएगा. Cubes, cylinders and are the three types of compression test specimens. तो हम cubes, cylinders और prism form में जो टेस्ट स्पेसिमेंस होते हैं उनको कास्ट करते हैं. Flexural tensile test is used to estimate the load at which the concrete members may crack. तो फ्लेक्चरल टेंसाइल टेस्ट हम करते हैं ये पता लगाने के लिए उस लोड पे जहां पे कंक्रीट हमारा फेल कर सकता है. Compressive strength taken as the maximum compression load it can carry per unit area. तो कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ का जो हमारा डायमेंशन होता है वो इसीलिए न्यूटन पर mm स्क्वायर होता है, which means the maximum load which our specimen can take per unit area. So where the specimen is being cracked axially, and this is 2-point flexure test, 2-point bending, and this is the final result. This way the concrete breaks. This is used to determine tensile strength, indirect tensile strength, and this is used to determine compressive strength. This is a column member. This study is for column member, and this study is for a beam member. As we have discussed, after final set, the concrete undergoes hardening, and with age, the strength of concrete increases. From 28 days onwards, as the time increases, if the environment produced is moist cured, if moisture is present all the way throughout its curing period, then the strength is maximum. If the specimen is left in air after 7 days, then it gives comparatively lesser strength. And if the specimen is left in air after 3 days, then it gives even lesser strength. And if the specimen is in air the entire time and it is not cured in water, then it exhibits the lowest amount of strength. Talking about factors influencing concrete strength. So we'll start from here. The first factor that influences is constituent materials, the type of materials that we are using. So it depends upon water, cement, aggregate. The main factor on which water quality according to water depends in is the quality of water. Along with quality, we have to check for water cement ratio. It should be very normalized. The cement that we are using should have undergone all the fineness tests, and the chemical composition of cement should be conforming to the standard Indian standard codes. So this was about water and cement. Now coming to aggregates. So aggregates are classified into two categories, coarse and fine, and they should be conforming to the following properties. Aggregate cement ratio should be as per the prescribed Indian standard codes. The strength of our rocks, that is our coarse aggregate, should be as per the standard codes. They should be following all the elongation indexes, flakiness indexes, impact value, etc. Shape and size, as we discussed, elongation and flakiness. The surface texture should be as per the requirement, of the code. The coarse and fine aggregates, they should be well graded. The quality should be up to the mark. Their chemical reactivity should be low, and thermal characteristics should be not much expansive or not too much contractive. Now coming to admixtures. So when admixtures is added to concrete, their amount should be controlled, and also it should be known that what chemical activity they may cause when added once. Next factor that influence concrete strength is the method of preparation of our concrete specimen. It depends upon batching. The batching should be quality controlled. Then mixing. The mixing should be in appropriate proportions. Then placing. The placing should be done with right amount of concrete and the right equipments. And in the end, it should be well compacted using an external vibrator. Next factor is curing. The three most important factors that provide the best strength is moisture, temperature, and time. The concrete, once cast, should be cured in moisture. The temperature should be very normal, and it should be under normal temperature and pressure. And cement needs time to attain strength, so it should be given time. And the last is test conditions. Specimen size and shape, it is a very important parameter, because greater specimen size will show greater strength. Moisture content in the specimen, again this we have discussed. The specimen temperature, bearing surface condition, and method of loading. It should be noted that the specimen which we have designed according to the compression loads, it cannot withstand flexural loads. So it has to be designed and loaded accordingly. Next is influence of the constituent materials, which we have just discussed. Again, so cement, as the fineness of cement increases, strength increases as well. Its chemical composition is important, as we have discussed, and the type of cement, rapid hardening Portland cement, sulfate resistant Portland cement, etc. Then water. Water cement ratio required for hydration process, it should be controlled. Lower water cement ratio, the greater is the compressive strength, and vice versa. If we provide high water cement ratio, the compressive strength would be low. Water cement ratio by weight and compressive strength. See, if we are providing compressive strength of order of 0.4 to 0.5, then we get the compressive strength, and as we keep on increasing the water cement ratio, the cube strength, the compressive strength of cube keeps on decreasing, as you can see in the graph. The bond strength between aggregate influence the surface texture, shape and cleanliness. Bond strength between the aggregate and the cement is very necessary. Compressive strength of concrete tends to increase with the decrease in size of coarse aggregates. तो कंक्रीट की कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ती है जैसे जैसे कोर्स साइज का जो साइज है, कोर्स एग्रीगेट्स का जो साइज है वो डिक्रीज करता है. दिस इज ड्यू टू द फैक्ट that the smaller size of aggregates provide large surface area for bonding. जितना ज़्यादा छोटा होगा साइज वो उतना अच्छे से बॉन्ड क्रिएट कर पाएगा हमारे कंक्रीट मैट्रिक्स में. Aggregate surface roughness has a considerable effect on bond strength. Greater the roughness, higher is the bond strength due to improvement in mechanical interlocking. जितना ज़्यादा हमारे aggregates का टेक्सचर और सरफेस रफ होगा उतनी ही ज़्यादा बॉन्डिंग स्ट्रेंथ होगी. Admixture, effect of particular admixture, for example accelerator, retarder or plasticizer, depend upon the precise nature of admixtures. Then comes degree of compaction. When proper compaction increases, when proper compaction is given, it causes increase in strength. When concrete has a very low porosity and it results in very high strength, so compaction. The increase in strength of concrete is probably influenced by the volume of voids in the concrete, that is entrapped air, capillary pores, gel pores or entrained air. So if you can see, if it is insufficiently compacted concrete, then the compressive strength of concrete falls drastically. If the vibration and hand vibration are provided, then you can see there is increment in the strength, compressive strength is the ideal fully compacted with water cement ratio. If water cement ratio is less and it is fully compacted, then it will give the best and maximum compressive strength. And as we increase the water cement ratio and as the degree of compaction is decreased, you can see there is a decrement in the strength gain. Next is influence of curing. Curing is used for promoting the hydration of cement. It consists of a control of temperature and moisture movement. The longer the period of curing, greater it is. अगर हम जितना ज़्यादा लंबे टाइम तक क्योर करेंगे and preferably in moist environment, तो उतनी ही ज़्यादा strength gain होगी. Then this we have discussed, method of loading specimens shape and size. This also influence the test conditions. Next property is deformation under. It is a stress strain relationship under normal loading and under sustained loading. Stress strain का relationship है normal loading में और sustained loading के साथ. Under normal loading, the first effect of applying a load to concrete is to produce नॉर्मल लोडिंग में जो फर्स्ट इफेक्ट है वो ये होता है कि जैसे ही हम इनिशियल लोड अप्लाई करते हैं, देन कंक्रीट अंडरगोज इलास्टिक डिफॉर्मेशन, व्हिच मींस द कंक्रीट कैन regain its original shape and configuration even though it is slightly deformed. Under sustained loading, the continued application of stress causes a slow deformation known as creep. So जैसे जैसे डिफॉर्मेशन बढ़ता जाता है लोडिंग की वजह से, वो क्रीप की फॉर्म लेने लगता है. द इंक्रीज ऑफ डिफॉर्मेशन इज नॉट प्रोपोर्शनल. एज द टाइम पासेस द डिफॉर्मेशन इज लेसर. एंड जो डिफॉर्मेशन का प्रोपोर्शन है वो टाइम के साथ वेरी नहीं करता है. जैसे जैसे टाइम बढ़ता है डिफॉर्मेशन का जो रेशियो है, डिफॉर्मेशन का जो एस्पेक्ट है वो कम होता जाता है. सो इलास्टिक when applied load is released, the concrete does not fully recover its original shape. Under loading and unloading, the deformation at if there is a regain of original shape and configuration, then it is elastic deformation, otherwise it is plastic deformation. So if the concrete and 0 kilonewton is applied on it, and if 100 kilonewton is applied on it, then there is a probability that it may regain its shape after 1 day, then it is elastic deformation. But if the load is applied continually for 10 years, then it is possible the concrete may subside like this and attain a new shape which is not elastic in nature. It is defined as the ratio of load per unit area to the elastic deformation per unit length. So the modulus of elasticity for most concrete at 28 days ranges from 15 to 40, which is given by stress upon strain. So this is how a concrete behaves when it is subjected to constant load. This is the deformation, and it versus time. So this is the amount of load that the concrete is sustaining, and when the load is removed, concrete undergoes an immediate elastic recovery, and then with time it also goes the creep recovery. But this much is the permanent deformation which the concrete has undergone. This cannot be reverted back. Third is durability. It is defined as resistance to deterioration process that may occur as a result of interaction with its environment or between the constituent materials or their reaction with contaminants present. So a long term process है जो कि resistance to deterioration बताता है. Ability to withstand the damaging effects of environment over a long period of time. जैसे कि अभी हमने discuss किया. The absence of durability may be caused either by environment to which the concrete is exposed, that is external or internal causes. So the internal causes of durability that affect durability are the alkali aggregate reaction. There is a volume change due to the differences in thermal properties of aggregate and the cement paste and the permeability of the concrete. तो alkali aggregate reaction में क्या होता है कि सीमेंट में और एग्रीगेट में क्योंकि थर्मल प्रॉपर्टीज डिफरेंट है तो देयर इज अ चेंज इन वॉल्यूम and external causes physical, chemical and mechanical causes, for example weathering, occurrence of extreme temperature, abrasion, electrolytic action. The common forms of acid attack, it may be leaching out of cement and action of sulfates. So as you can see, alkali cement plus reactive aggregate. This is aggregate, and as you can see, ions from cement are attacking aggregate and which forms gels, and they are expansive gels due to which their size expands, and when they are added with water due to expansion they develop cracks in the concrete. And due to expansion the aggregate itself also expands and cracks. These are the recommended ways to have durable concrete. The concrete should be well compacted. It should undergo good workmanship with reduced porosity. The use of aluminous sulfate resisting cement, Portland blast furnaces or cement or PPC Portland. Sufficient cover and reinforcement should be provided, and use of low water cement ratio should be done. Now the next property is permeability. Concrete has a tendency to be porous due to the presence of voids formed during or after placing. This we have also discussed. Penetration by substance may ingress of air and moisture resulting in corrosion. एयर और मॉइस्चर जब सीमेंट के इन परमिएबल पोर्स में चला जाता है तो उसी से corrosion होता है. Important with regards to water tightness of liquid retaining structure. To produce concrete of low permeability, full compaction concrete की आप चाहते हैं permeability कम हो तो compaction, full compaction और curing attain करना जरूरी है. Low permeability is important in increasing resistance to frost action and chemical attack and in protecting embedded steel against the corrosion. तो फ्रॉस्ट एंड थॉ एक्शन जैसा कि हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, केमिकल अटैक से बचने के लिए हमें सीमेंट की परमेबिलिटी लो रखना जरूरी है, जिससे कि हमारी जो एम्बेडेड स्टील है वो भी कोरोजन से बच सके. द परमेबिलिटी ऑफ सीमेंट पेस्ट वेरीज विद द एज ऑफ कंक्रीट और विद प्रोग्रेस ऑफ हाइड्रेशन. तो जैसे जैसे कंक्रीट की एज बढ़ती जाती है और जैसे जैसे हाइड्रेशन होता जाता है वैसे ही उसकी परमेबिलिटी प्रॉपर्टीज चेंज होती जाती है. With age, the permeability decreases because gel gradually fill the original water-filled space. और जैसे जैसे एज बढ़ती जाती है कंक्रीट की उसकी परमेबिलिटी डिक्रीज होती जाती है, क्योंकि जैसा कि हमने पिछले रिएक्शन में देखा था तो जेल फॉर्मेशन होती है वो एक्सपैंड होके, पर अगर वो लिमिटेड एक्सपेंशन हो तो वो जो वाटर स्पिल्ड स्पेस है उसकी जगह ले लेता है. For the same water cement ratio, the permeability of the paste with coarser cement particles is higher than with finer cement. अगर वाटर सीमेंट रेशियो सेम होता है तो जो सीमेंट पार्टिकल्स जिसके कोर्स पार्टिकल्स हैं उसकी परमेबिलिटी हायर होगी देन कंपेयर्ड टू फाइनर सीमेंट. इन जनरल द हायर द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ सीमेंट पेस्ट द लोअर विल बी द परमेबिलिटी. जितना ज्यादा सीमेंट पेस्ट की स्ट्रेंथ हाई होगी उतनी परमेबिलिटी लो होगी. Now these are the factors influencing permeability. First is water cement ratio, second is curing, third is method of compaction, fourth workability, fifth soundness, sixth age. Permeability decreases with age, this we have discussed. Seventh, grading of aggregate, this we have discussed, and eighth is type of structure. So this is again the summary of what we have learned. Next is shrinkage. It is caused by settlement of solids and the loss of free water from the plastic concrete by the chemical combination of cement with water and by the drying. जब हमारे सीमेंट मैट्रिक्स में जो सॉलिड पार्टिकल्स हैं उसकी सेटलमेंट हो जाती है and there is a loss of free water from plastic concrete when the concrete is in its plastic state, then that is known as plastic shrinkage. And when chemical combination of cement, जब सीमेंट और पानी मिक्स होके सीमेंट से कंक्रीट से सीप आउट कर जाते हैं, then that is known as drying shrinkage. Shrinkage is dependent on the amount of drying that can take place. Shrinkage उसी श्रिंकेज जितनी होनी होती है वो इसी अमाउंट पे डिपेंड करते हैं कि जितना उसमें से वाटर लॉस हुआ है. It is influenced by humidity and temperature of the surrounding air, the rate of airflow over the surface, and proportion of surface area to volume of concrete. तो humidity, temperature और surface area of concrete पे डिपेंड करता है shrinkage rate. There are two types of shrinkage as we have discussed. First is plastic shrinkage. This is the shrinkage which takes place before concrete has. It occurs during the first few hours after fresh concrete is placed. तो initially place करने के साथ ही जो होता है वो plastic shrinkage कहलाता है. During this period, moisture may evaporate faster from the concrete surface. Then it is replaced by bleed water from lower layers of the concrete mass. तो इस पीरियड में जो सरफेस पे मॉइस्चर होता है वो एवापोरेट हो जाता है और जो ब्लीड आउट होके वाटर लोअर लेयर से अपर लेयर की तरफ आता है वो उसको रिप्लेस करता है. That occurs on the surface of fresh concrete soon after it is placed and while it is still plastic. So you can see this is the type of plastic shrinkage as you can see. Next is drying shrinkage. So when a hardened concrete is cured in water, first loses water, is drawn out of its cement gel. After an initial high rate of drying shrinkage, concrete continues to shrink for a long period, continuously decreasing rate. So these are some factors in shrinkage. First is aggregate. Concrete with higher aggregate content exhibits small shrinkage. जितना ज़्यादा aggregate content होगा, shrinkage उतनी कम होगी. Concrete with aggregates of higher modulus of elasticity or of rough surfaces is more resistant to shrinkage process. Next is water cement ratio. The higher water cement ratio is, the higher the shrinkage is. जितना ज़्यादा water cement ratio होगा, उतना ज़्यादा shrinkage बढ़ेगा. As water cement increases, paste strength and stiffness decreases. As water content increases, shrinkage potential increases. जैसे जैसे पानी बढ़ता है, shrinkage बढ़ने की tendency बढ़ती है. Member size, shrinkage decreases with an increase in the volume of concrete member. जितना बड़ा concrete member, जितना ज़्यादा volumetric होगा, उतनी कम shrinkage होगी. Duration of shrinkage is longer for larger members, since more time is needed for shrinkage effects to reach. और जितना बड़ा कंक्रीट मेंबर होगा, उतना लंबा उसका ड्यूरेशन ऑफ श्रिंकेज होगा, उतने मीडियम एम्बिएंट कंडीशंस. The rate of shrinkage is lower at higher values of relative humidity and shrinkage becomes stabilized at low temperatures. जितना टेम्परेचर कम होगा, shrinkage stabilize होती जाएगी. And the effect varies from admixture to admixture. Any material which substantially changes pore structure will affect the shrinkage characteristics of the concrete. As pore refinement is enhanced, shrinkage is increased. जैसे जैसे हम जो पोर, जिसकी पोर्स की रिफाइनमेंट है, उसको enhance in different environments. If concrete is done in seawater, it may be damaged by crystallization of salts inside the mass of zone because it is subjected to alternate wetting and drying. तो जैसे हम concrete का जो surface है, वो alternate wetting and drying process को उसको झेलना पड़ता है, क्योंकि वो पानी में है, सी वाटर में है. The durability is dependent mainly on its density. The required density that can be attained by using a maximum water cement ratio of 0.45 to 0.5. Reinforced concrete is much more open to damage. Reinforcement ही रीजन है जो कि स्ट्रेंथ भी देता है, और कोरोजन और डैमेज का रीजन भी ज्यादातर reinforcement ही होता है. Corrosion results in increase in the volume of reinforcement, and this leads to crack. A dense concrete cover will prevent seawater from penetrating into the concrete, and this we know. For example, the use of granulated blast furnace slag as cement replacement material can increase chloride resistance, and which will resist formation of corrosion. As you can see, this is the penetration of chloride ion into the concrete surface. About this, we will study more in our topic, alkali aggregate reactions. You can see this is the exposure solution. This is the chloride ion mixed in the seawater, and they will penetrate in the reinforcement in the concrete, make their way to the rebars, reinforcement bars. So it is a degraded and rusted concrete. As you can see, it is near a water body which has been undergoing alternate wetting and drying cycles. So this is the effect due to this. I hope you guys could understand and correlate with the sessions and the topics taught in today's lecture. If in case there is any doubt, you can mail me. Till then, have a great time. Thank you. I hope you guys could understand and correlate the topics taught in today's session. If there is any query or subject matter issue, feel free to mail me at the given email ID. Live discussion sessions could also be used for discussion of doubts. Thank you.